What is art? What is valuable? What is worth your money? I just saw some artwork get sold just recently. And on one of the pieces, I was like, this simply looks like me practicing my signature. I don't see the skill in this. And it literally was this, literally this. Like that. And it was going across probably an 8x10 sheet. And I was surprised that it sold. Surprised. Now I'm coloring that in because that's the background of. I want to bring out the character in front. And look, if you could sell, if you could make $1 million or $1 billion selling that kind of stuff, go ahead. It's all good. Now, just my question. My question is, is that art? Does that equal the same as this one here? When does it? Why can't you come onto the scene and say, look at this, guys, look at this. This is from my heart. This is from me. The strokes here because I don't have enough carbs in my diet right now. Just been having a straight protein and vegetables lately. So my body's a bit fatigued. So that's the story of the Los Angeles diet. But you see, is that a story or is that bullshit? The same could apply with music, or this is a good burger because it's been generation to generation. The recipe has been passed down, but it's been shit. Just asking you guys, what do you guys think? Is your work really creative, or is it just bullshit? You find just a bunch of suckers to buy your stuff. And there's nothing wrong with capitalism, nothing at all. Because I look at the work of Justin Bieber, Young Thug, and a McDonald's hamburger. They're obviously fulfilling a demand there. And I guess I'm saying, if you're creative or even just have a tiny wince of creativity, or if you look at someone else's product And I'll say that their art is product. But you figured that you could do something better. I will 1000% agree with you that you should go for it. Execute. Take action. Create it. Form an assembly line. Nice packaging, delivery, and make it happen. Make it happen, because when I see stuff like that, I'm like, and at times I'm very critical of my stuff. And but I'm not so critical that I'm gonna say, you know what, I better not do it. Instead, it's been slow progress. But on the other hand, I think my gallery of work, my collection of work, speaks for itself. It holds its own. Okay, but what is art? You know, even this piece, right, with the brighter Frankenstein driving a little hot rod rat-wing style. What's the message? You know, I'm the one creating it, so what? According to me, what is it? I'll tell you that Big Daddy Roth, the creator of the rat-wing, without a doubt, an amazing innovator, creative genius. But he's just a man. He's just a man. Just a dude that slapped his creativity onto a canvas, onto paper, onto a sheet of metal with his airbrushing. Wait, did he airbrush? I wonder if all his pieces are airbrushed or drawn. I'm not too sure which mediums he worked on, but I have seen his work. But you know, he's just a mortal, and I think a lot of us have that. You know, we're all mortal, of course, but I don't think he gave up on his creativity. I believe he tapped into it and stayed consistent, and it was a good formula, and it worked. It's still solid even to this day. I look at this stuff and I'm like, wow, it still looks fresh. Even with practice, I believe a lot of us can create something that's marketable in that way, inspirational in that way. But there's so much doubt that we believe. We doubt ourselves so much because, you know, let's say your parents were they were ballet dancers, but you want to be a bricklayer. Or your parents were bricklayers and you want to be a hairdresser. You want to be t-shirt designer, but you were raised by a bunch of burger flippers. You want to go work in the oil field, but you were raised by a bunch of chefs. Who knows? And that's all you know for now. And you start believing that that's what your destiny is, or your role is supposed to be, to follow the footsteps of those before you. And again, having a job is better than not having one. And if you're undecided now, if you're still discovering what is your talent, the hobby you want to focus on, the skill you want to master, the profession you wish to pursue, it's okay to get a monkey job that simply requires you to attend, have attendance, and do the same monkey job of just something that a monkey could do, and just push a button, or put in the squares in the square hole and the circles in the circle hole, until that disturbance in you becomes so great that you're like, you know what, I can do more than this. And of course, not everyone has that creativity, but I think many of us have it if we choose to work on it. There's a point in time where all of us were ignorant or poor at doing something, whether it's driving, trying to think. If you were taking dance lessons, you're like, I can't dance, and even painting, ceramics. We were all pretty much beginners at one point. And of course, don't expect to be a master at something overnight. Are there exceptions to the rules that you become a millionaire overnight? Yes, winning the lottery. But I think it's easy come, easy go if with money at times. I've seen people, especially in, I guess what we'll call the art field, where They get so used to something, so comfortable with a certain style that is merely copying. What I call copying. Painting portraits, painting landscapes. Who make, at the time right now, they're making more money than me. They've got more work than me, but they're not thrilled about it. They'll see my stuff and be like, wow, man, where do you find the time? It's like, oh, that's a sick ass piece. That's awesome. And I've asked them, what piece are you working on right now? You know, not for work, but for you, for your exclamation point, something that says it has your signature. They haven't had time. That's an excuse I hear a lot, but again, all of us have 24 hours in a day, all of us. I don't think everything in life is guaranteed. You get fired tomorrow or lose all your clients. What are you doing to prevent that? Or getting ready should that happen? And of course, we all have responsibilities and priorities. And I'll say this, do you know why I don't have a Ferrari right now? Because I don't have the answer is because I don't have the money for the upkeep, for the insurance, tire replacement, a really safe space for me to park it at. But I've seen people not get a Ferrari, but take on responsibilities that they know that they're not ready for. And they literally create a headache for themselves. And they say, I cannot achieve my goals now. I've got this to do. And I don't get that. there's a great thing of deals to create, a great deal of things to create and to discover. And at times it's even been taking away some of my motivation for a minute, because I also started believing the hype that you know what, man, when can I get more clients? How will I get more clients? Am I on the right journey? Is this correct? Can this sell? And I've looked at the past, what's a strong word, the past little battles that I've won. The pleasures and the rewards. And I remind myself that if I could do that much with if I could do that much with my old stuff, imagine what I could do now with my new stuff. I have had my work critiqued before. I think in a way that was a bit naive. That it's too that it's not I'll just sum it up by saying that it's not politically correct. And mainly for the reason of just being a good boy, I let it go, because I knew that the situation at the time was a professional one. But I think the importance of artwork again is that I think art at times puts together an idea, or expresses an idea that isn't clearly communicated through words nor gestures, but limiting artwork, saying that it's too much, to me that's ineffective, and it doesn't address the actual real life problem that it's critiquing. What is art? I know that you and I can create it, for sure. I guess the answer that I'll tell myself is that, you know, it's up to me to actually express myself in a way that my art is going to be an expression of, say, capitalism, democracy, thankfulness to past artists and businessmen, or businessmen in art, businessmen in the creative field. A gesture to the wealthy, uncreative people that are simply just spreading out bullshit. And by that I mean I need to hurry up, create my art prints and put them out on the market, and put them out in other ways that'll express my work. On these tires here, I wanted to go darker, but with the black background, I'll just lighten these up, well, shade them in, color them in lightly with the black. Yeah, whoever's out there listening, watching, sit down, sketch, draw, plan, make it happen. You know, even if your work is, you could say, amateurish, still try to sell it, because people will tell you, you know, I like everything except this color you put on it. I like the canvas that you're using. I like the theme that you're doing, but I would have done it this way. Well, I like this, but if it would have came in blue. And you know, take those licks, you know. Don't get your feelings hurt. If you're creating art for yourself, that's good. But if you're creating, I'm creating artwork for, it sounds a bit nasty to say, but for capitalism. Express my ideas and make a few bucks. phone's about to cut out because the memory's getting full. So if it just cuts out, know that that's because the memory is full. So I'll just keep on going here, touching this up.